to Through the Mist with me, your host, Owen. This is a Void University podcast where we look at the law and try to understand how it all works. In this episode, we'll be looking at Shabti! Yay! Scream at the top of your lungs! I'm so tired. I'm a child, little boy. I'm a child, little boy. I'm a little baby. Ooh, let's not touch the wire. That makes it all go all crinkly. That's whenever you hear those little that I can't edit out, that's because I'm accidentally moving the wire. Right then, Through the Mist episode recording. Shabti, this is what we're here to talk about, but it's not, because welcome back, my Mistbuster pals. Hello, it's your boy Owen of Through the Mist. That's through_mist, baby, on Instagram threads or through.t.mist@gmail.com. Welcome back. This is the last episode of 2025. Can you believe it? 2025. So many things have happened this year. I saw the musical 3 times. We reached both our 1-year and 5-year specials in the same year. That's cray, baby. Oh my gosh. Silly, goofy goobers. Well, last time I was talking about Court of the Dead a lot, wasn't I? Weren't we? We were talking about Court of the Dead quite a bit last time. So I posed the question, favourite part of Court of the Dead? That was a simple, fun question, you know? Easy, la peasy, lemon, la squeezy. And we got a couple of responses. So we got Rick Royden learning it's possible to switch POVs without having a rigid structure throughout the whole book. That was from Darian. I feel like that's a dig at Who, you know? That's a Who dig, that is. Anyway, and from Robert, we got, I love the message of people can change, but they have to work for it and earn it. That was bad read. I'm so tired. I basically had 2 nights out. I never do that. Oh my God. Christmas, man. Good Christmas period. It just makes me busy. So busy. You're so busy at Christmas. I feel like I'm deeper than usual. I feel like I'm like really deep. This is as deep as I can go. Actually, I can go deeper, but it makes me feel sick. It's like I do something weird in my throat. It just starts my gag reflex. If I go like, hello. Oh my gosh, I'm exhausted. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, December's a busy time. And that means that you get no January episode. So just a reminder, heads up, no, there's going to be no episode next month in January if you're listening to this live, because, you know, I just take December off, basically, because, yeah, I do a monthly podcast, it's easy, you got the easy life. Yeah, I chose the easy life, and I'm choosing to make the easy life even easier for me. Plus, the show's coming out. You're going to be inundated with Pojo content, guys. Don't worry about it. Pojo content is going to start to rise exponentially this week. So don't worry, people. You got the show, season 2 coming out. Woo, yeah. However, I do have a promise to keep. So last time I did promise I would review the Lightning Thief London cast recording. So here is that review. Quick report. It is great. I love it. The live stream they did was fire. One thing I did learn from this live stream, Max is one of us. Max is one of us. They were there wearing their Camp Half-Blood hoodie. It was banging. It was a great vibe. Everyone should go watch it. It was real fun. VOD link in the description. On more specific notes, just like the thing that annoys me most about the recording and about the live thing, to be fair, is the cut from the entrance. You got to say it fancy, or because it's they don't write. It's got a little apostrophe. It's entrance. In the try is like it's just so jarring. Every time it's so jarring. And it would make the entrance music would make more sense if you didn't have try there like in the original. But I just wish they rewrote the entrance music so so that it just flowed better into try. I think that would have been like, instead of a hard cut, if it just went, and here's try, like, oh, we're doing try now. Okay. But it's genuinely my only true gripe about the entire thing. And I do have to talk. We must talk about the bonus tracks. Really fun. I love that Morgan got their own song, own Percy song, and it's really nice. It's really fun. Morgan was great as Percy. So is Max. I haven't seen the tour Percy play Percy because they weren't playing Percy when I was there. We had a different Percy. We had the sub Percy and the sub Annabeth. I can't remember what the word is for a substitute in theatre right now, but I'm calling them the subs. And also, Take the Way is another beautiful song, and I can see why you can't have both Try and Take the Way existing in the play at the same time, but they are both beautiful songs. And that wraps up Owen's review of the Lightning Thief London cast recording. I don't think there is anything else you should care about. So, we'll get on to the episode. Two months ago, what are Shabti? The name for Shabtis in ancient Greek. I can't even read. God darn it. Start again. What are Shabtis? The name for Shabti. Now I'm questioning the pluralization of the word. Well, the name. I'm not going to. I've got to start again now, haven't I? Okay, we're going to get through this first sentence. What are Shabtis? The name for Shabtis in ancient Egyptian has a couple of meanings. Oh my gosh, this is why I don't read my notes verbatim usually, because I can't even get through like the whole sentence. Anyway, yes, ancient Egyptian, the etymology you might say, has a couple of different meanings. There's a shuipti, I'm gonna guess is how that's supposed to be pronounced. I'm not very good at reading those sort of things. Was the original word, and it meant something along the lines of stick. The later name, which is similar, I'm guessing, but the S is moved around, so it's Uishibti, means answerer. So you started off with just stick, and then it evolved into answerer. The early figures were placed in burials to act as to the dead person, usually made of wood, hence stick. So this evolved, as the etymology suggests, to where Shabtis became workers themselves, magically activated by the owner. So originally the wooden Shabti was supposed to be the dead person, and then this evolved into a helper, an answerer, someone that would answer the call when activated by the dead person. So this meant that Shabti were produced to represent labourers, notably farmers. So there would be Shabti that would be specifically designed to look like farmers and look like other sort of labourers. As numbers of Shabti put in burials grew, a hierarchy of Shabtis was created. So you would end up with overseas Shabtis. So the farming labourers were usually depicted with a basket on their back and I think it was a scythe I read. I haven't actually written that bit down. But then you would get overseas Shabtis that were depicted with a whip and ensure the workers would listen and work and basically wouldn't revolt. So you've got magically activated Shabtis that may revolt. So they created other Shabtis that would have a power over the labourer Shabtis because to keep them in their place so they wouldn't revolt. Then what if the overseer Shabti revolted? Quite many questions. There's got to be a trust at some point. Everything comes down to trust. And another key point is their legs were usually inscribed, and this would include their masters' names. When Shabtis were mass-produced, sometimes there'll be a gap left for the name to be added at a later date when the Shabti was purchased. That is kind of everything we need to move forward with what we're going to look at. Some Shabtis specifically function in the world of the Kane Chronicles. That's right, if you didn't realise when I was trying to read the words ancient Egyptian that we're looking at the Kane Chronicles, well, I don't know what to tell you. I can't be mean to you, can I? No, I can. You may be an idiot. So, the first Shabti we meet on, probably not actually the first Shabti because there is the crocodile, but the first Shabti that we meet as a Shabti, we are informed Shabti when upon meeting is Doughboy. And Doughboy is much more a traditional Shabti. And let's be honest, guys, who cares? Who cares about these traditional Shabtis that just are little workers and labourers and overseers and protectors and crocodiles? We don't care about those. What we care about are Zia and the two magicians from Memphis. Jared, Wayne. Jared and Wayne. Yes, they are who we care about. Because these three are different. These three are special and different from how the other Shabtis function. Namely, that the thing these do is transfer data to a source in a way that this data can be understood. Whereas the others just kind of perform a task. And they all seem to not realise they're Shabtis, you know? Well, I say that. Jared and Wayne might know, and they might know that they're supposed to be playing a trick and just... they play the game, you know? They do the game, but definitely Zia does not know she's Shabti. The others know they're Shabti, you know? So one thing to know about all this is that Shabtis having individual personalities is littered throughout the books. You got Doughboy has its own personality, Mr. Albino Crocodile has its own personality, Jared and Wayne have their own personalities. And so the idea that you can create a human-looking Shabti and it having a personality is not so far-fetched. And video recordings, magic video recordings, we can just accept magic, right? We have to at some point. At some point, you have to just go magic. And that kind of just explains away Jared and Wayne. Jared and Wayne? I said Jared. Jared and Wayne? But it doesn't explain Zia. Zia is a funny one, and they rather funny one. A very funny one. Indeed. So, the thoughts I have been thinking. How does Iskandar manage to create a Shabti that is able to imitate Zia's personality? Because if you think about personalities and looking the same as someone, this doesn't necessarily mean you have the same personality. See identical twins, triplets, etc., etc., etc. It's not likely. You know? That just because my original thoughts and thinking was is it to do with the shape? Because Iskandar molded it to look like Zia, does it imitate Zia? But just because you look like something doesn't mean you would imitate that thing, you know? That's not how this works. At all. So, I was having other thoughts, and I went, names. Shabti usually have names written on them. They have spells on them. Okay. Names have power. And this is true across all that we know. So, here's the theory. And I must say right now, no evidence in the books for this theory. Absolutely none. But this is how we're going to make this work, people. Zia Rashid, Iskandar knew her true name. That is right. Iskandar knew her true name. Now, can you see where I'm about to go with this? Can you feel where I'm going? Can you? Can you feel it? So, inscriptions all over Shabti Zia legs. And on Shabti Zia legs is a name of Zia. But not just Zia Rashid, but true name of Zia. And let's be honest, it isn't the biggest leap to say that the greatest magician of an age, Iskandar, was able to come up with a modification of this inscription spell to use Zia's true name to create the Shabti clone. To basically go, you are called the same thing as Zia. And because you're called the same thing as Zia, you are at your core the same. You are the same personality as Zia. You know? Like on it would say, you, whatever, Shabti, blah blah blah, I give you the name, blah blah blah. And it gives them the personality, the vibes, the everything. Because at their core, they are the same, my friend. The same. Identical. Identical. And that's how Shabti Zia clone works. And that makes so much sense. And really, that's all this episode was about, was me trying to work out Shabti Zia clone. It's a nice, short and sweet one, people. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I think that's it. I have nothing more to give. I knew this isn't going to be a long one because it's about a page of notes. It's a page and a half, including the rambles. It's like nothing at all. So yeah, goodbye. Thank you for indulging this theory. If you have any comments on this theory or theories of your own that you want me to discuss, you can email them through food.t.mist@gmail.com. Make sure to follow the podcast, like the podcast, subscribe to the podcast, whatever you have to do to help get the podcast out there. Oh, and on Instagrams @the_mist and on Threads at the same thing. I've been Owen, and come back next time as we try to see through the mist. I'm having a hot chocolate now. Whoop, whoop.